to talk about something a little different. Usually, when you think about a home inspector and you think about real estate, you're thinking about a buyer hiring a home inspector to make sure the property is okay and they're not buying a lemon, to tell them all the stuff wrong with the house so they can negotiate, yada, yada, yada. However, like real estate is not all about people buying houses, home inspections is not all about inspections for folks buying houses. There are a few other reasons where folks hire home inspectors to help them out with their real estate. So we're going to chat about those today instead. So the first thing we're going to talk about, and we've had a few of these recently, is inherited property. Sometimes one person will inherit a property from, a family member who passes it on to them, and, they're not thinking about buying or selling it. They're going to move into the house. However, they don't have the luxury, unfortunately, of asking the previous owner when maintenance is due, what's broken, what's not broken. They don't know any of this. So a great thing for them to do is call in a home inspector. We can go through the house with an unbiased opinion, check everything out, let them know what's broken, let them know if there are any immediate repairs, and let them know what kind of repairs are coming due soon so they can start to prioritize their maintenance of the house in the years to come. That's thing number one, if you inherit a property. Thing number two, similarly, during a divorce. We did one of these this week. You've got a husband and wife. Unfortunately, they're going their separate ways, and one is going to buy out the other one. So the husband hires a appraisal company. They appraise the house, and they say, okay, this house is worth $800,000. So to get an equitable division of the assets, a lot of folks will hire us to do an inspection so you can see the condition, and then they'll bump that against the appraisal, and then they can make a fair split of the assets. Thing number three, this thing kind of turns real estate a little bit on its head. Some folks aren't really into this yet, but trust me, this is the way to go. This is when we work for the seller. The home inspection is typically done by the buyer to protect them, to make sure they're not buying a lemon or they're not buying houses with defects they don't know about. However, that a lot of times turns into a sticky negotiation with the seller. We're recommending that the seller, before they even list their house, have us come through and do an inspection. The same inspection we would do as if they were buying the house. What we do is give them the report, and then now it's up to the seller to take their time. They can make repairs that they need to do with advice from their real estate agent, or they might not make any repairs at all, and they may just disclose the conditions of the house. So when you're selling a house, consider a pre-listing home inspection to put the power of knowledge in the seller's hands instead of getting surprised when the buyer has all the knowledge after the inspection. Two more items left of reasons you'd hire a home inspector when not buying a house. The next one is a maintenance inspection. If you've had the house for a long time and maybe you haven't had somebody go through the house, or maybe you own a house or you have a loved one that owns a house that doesn't get around as well as they used to, and you just don't know what's coming due for service. We will do a whole comprehensive inspection, check out all the systems in the house, and we would look for anything: old roof, leaks, foundation problems with the HVAC, the electric, the plumbing. Check out all these things in the house and give them a detailed report so that they can plan their maintenance going forward. And then after that, they don't have to worry if a contractor is trying to sell them something that may or may not need to be repaired. They now know what needs to be repaired, and they just have to find a contractor to perform the repairs, which is much less stressful. And then the last thing is kind of a catch-all. Just other, I don't want to say random, but other specialty inspections where we're not necessarily doing the comprehensive inspection where we're checking out the structure and the mechanicals and all that stuff. We're looking at one or two small areas sometimes. Some examples of these are folks that want to have their house tested or inspected for mold or radon gas. These are things a home inspector can help you with. And it's not a full inspection. You're just checking for a couple of hazards maybe. Those are some good things that you can use a home inspection company for that a lot of people don't think about, that do have to do with real estate, but not necessarily have to do with the buyer.